Hey there, welcome to the Credit Card News live stream. I'm Cal Barton, and happy Father's Day. Hope everybody had a good weekend so far. So let's jump right into the news here. I just want to let everybody know that if you have a Chase Freedom Flex card, you can go ahead and activate your Chase Freedom Flex for the Q3 categories. And so you're going to get 5% back in gas stations, car rentals, movie and entertainment. So this is going to be very, applicable for summertime, right? You're going to be traveling. You're going to be able to use that car rental if you're traveling. And also maybe you're going to the movies. Maybe you're going to see that new Jurassic Park movie. If you're interested in that, I heard that kind of is flopping as we speak. But you're going to get 5% back up to $1,500 in spend for this category. And here's the thing, you can activate by September 14th. And the good thing about the Freedom Card is that unlike Discover, it's retroactive. So as long as you can make all your purchases in those categories, and as long as you activate by the 14th of September, you'll retroactively get that 5% back on the purchases that you made in the correct categories. It's always good to remember that. And the categories run, and the time frame is from July 1st through September 30th. All right, on to Discover. So I want to let you guys know about the Discover retention offer. So it's pretty well known that Amex has great customer service, right? But Discover is neck and neck usually with them. If you look at the awards, like for example, JD Power gives out these yearly awards. Sometimes Discover wins those customer service awards, and usually they're right behind Amex. And so this person called in asking for a retention offer for their Discover It card. Now, mind you, usually you're going to go for a retention offer for a card that has an annual fee. And so this is a no annual fee card. So you would think that, industry wide, usually a no annual fee card, there's really no reason to give you anything because you're not paying anything to have that card. But they called in, the customer service representative looked into the account and gave them an offer of an extra 3% back on all purchases. That's everything. The card essentially becomes an 8% back for the quarterly categories, and in everyday usage, it's going to get 4% back. And that offer is going to last 6 months for them. So it might be worth your time if you're somebody that likes to figure out, you like to go the extra mile. You want to go ahead and call in the customer service. See what they have to offer. Maybe it's worth, a few minutes of your time, and you might be able to get something out of it. Another Discover thing, I discovered, pun intended. I recently got approved for a Discover It card. And when I was kind of going through the account, I figured out that they now offer automatic redemption as an option. So you can see right here, it says redeem your cashback bonus as a statement credit every month. And so I selected the option that said automatically apply your full balance. And that basically makes it a passive earning card. So I have automatic payment set up just like my SoFi card. I'm a big proponent of SoFi. And I'm really excited to see more cards add this feature in, because just like SoFi, just like the Amazon store card and a few other cards out there, you can set it up to automatically redeem your reward. So basically you never have to go into the app. You never have to log into your account to get the money that you've earned back out of it. So I really like that feature. And you, if you're interested in that, you should take a look. It's right in your account. Next, we have Capital One is adding Plaza Premium Lounges to Lounge Access. And so you might have seen, as Sebi was talking about this, the Capital One Venture X and Venture and Spark Miles credit cards are getting greater access to airport lounges globally. Additionally, for a limited time, the cards will earn rewards for booking a rental car through the Turo app or the Turo website. The Venture X will now come with unlimited access to more than 100 Plaza Premium Lounges worldwide. This expands on the card's Priority Pass membership, which means cardholders can enjoy access to over 1,400 airport lounges globally thanks to both memberships. So, I've kind of been down on, airport lounges. I've never myself used one, but I know there's a lot of people that like that perk of the premium cards. I know they've had I've been on the record talking about how, you know, they're kind of getting filled up. You don't know what you're gonna see when you get there. Maybe they're gonna be turn you away at the door. You don't know once you get inside. You maybe somebody took the last sandwich. They got kids running and screaming around. You know, that's something you might have to contend with. But listen, it's good to see Capital One making some changes and some additions. I've noticed. I noted that with the Quicksilver card, they are known for adding new features and not doing official press releases with that. So it looks like maybe for their non-prime card, they don't really treat it as kind of as a priority for them. And so they'll just do these kind of, some of these updates that they do to the cards are pretty good. Like with the Quicksilver card, you're getting 5% back when you log into the travel portal that they just set up. You're gonna get 5% back at hotels and for rental car purchases. So it's good to see them making improvements there. We got Capital One. So here's a card holder who got a warning from Capital One about reviewing their account. So here's what it's saying here. Your credit limit might change. We're writing to let you know about an upcoming account review scheduled for August 2020. Over the last several months, the highest balance on this account has been significantly lower than your credit limit. Because of this, your credit limit could be decreased following this review. If your credit limit is decreased as a result of this review, we will notify you and make sure to keep your credit limit significantly above your highest balance from the previous 2 years. You can opt out of this review if you anticipate the spending activity on this account to change. So simply call this number by this date. So, you know, a lot of people speculated that because of market conditions, because of where the economy's heading, possibly, you know, recession, maybe depression, that these credit issuers are beginning to tighten up again. And so you might see this happening more and more. So a few thoughts of mine here is that it's good that they let this card holder know, because sometimes, you know, Danny, you've been you've told me, and you've basically you gave your testimony about Synchrony Bank and how they just canceled the cards on you. And so I'm glad that they're taking a step to say, hey, we're not gonna do anything as drastic as that, but we're going to lower your credit limit and we're gonna let you know and see what you say. So at least you get a chance to prevent that from happening. And in this case, this customer called in and they let them know, I'm going to still be using that limit. I still need it. I believe they had a pretty high limit though. I think it was at about 35,000 because they combined 2 credit card limits together at some point. Then they had a Saver card and they had a Quicksilver card and they combined the 2. But I've seen a lot of cases of people having their credit limits lowered because these credit card issuers are trying to lower their risk. And so when they have a lot of credit out there and during bad times, and they know you might not be able to afford to repay the debt that you owe, then they want to basically limit their risk exposure. So you might see this happening more and more. And just so you know, these credit card companies, they can change this on the fly. They don't have to notify you for this type of issue. They can go ahead and lower the credit limit, and they can do a lot of other things. You know, they can't change your interest rate on you without notifying you. And I believe they need to give you, you know, a few weeks of a notification at that. But just be on the lookout for that. Oh, and Danny, thank you for this super chat, man. I really appreciate you always looking out. Thank you. Thank you. So next up, we have beware. US Bank is one of the few issuers that still have over the limit fee. So this guy in this situation, he got charged $40 for going 60 cents over the limit. They won't reject the charge. They'll happily accept the charge and later add $40 to the statement. No warning is given between the transaction post and the monthly statement. So just be aware. I sent an email to US Bank asking to waive this fee, and they did. Still, they didn't explain how this service was enabled on my account, how to disable it. So, I have a US Bank Cash Plus card. I just use it for utilities to get 5% back on utility payments. And I like it for that purpose. But my limit is relatively low on this card. So this is something that I'm paying attention to. And the fact that don't they don't prevent you from going over the limit, but then they charge you a fee and they don't notify you, that's a problem. So that, if you could check a box, and I'm gonna have to look deeper into this, you should be able to change a setting so that if you go over that limit, then it'll decline the transaction. That's the honorable thing to do. And that's unfortunate that they're not doing it here. But one thing I learned is that you can actually, if you quickly want to get a fee waived, a lot of the time, if you just get into the chat, so maybe it's going to be a quicker, maybe you're doing something or you can't, get on a phone call or wait on hold, you can most likely get into a chat with any credit card issuer and type in waive fee. And sometimes that will just automatically initiate them to waive the fee that you were charged. So that might be something you want to try going forward if you have any fees. So next story, PayPal will let users split the cost of purchases over 24 months. So this thing is called Pay Monthly, which is issued by WebBank. It's another option for folks in the US. It's valid for purchases between $199 and $10,000. The cost will be split across multiple payments of between 6 and 24 months. If you select the Pay Monthly option at checkout, you'll then need to complete an application. Should that be approved, you'll be able to select from 3 payment options with different timeframes. APR is calculated on a risk basis and will be between 0 and 29%. The first payment is due a month after purchase. So this is something we've seen a lot of the credit issuers get into. Apple recently released a press release about this, that they're adding a buy now, pay later service to their to the Apple Wallet. So when you check out using Apple Pay, you'll be able to pay in full or whatever. So they notice a shift in consumer behavior, especially like the younger consumers, that they want this service, and so they're just giving them what they want here. I personally don't use this service. Recently, I think last week I reported on Klarna and how they have their own pay now service, and they also have a card that they're coming out with that charges $3.99 a month, so that you have access to paying in equal payments over 45 days, and you pay bi-weekly. But listen, the problem, this is just a different style of credit. I would much rather use a credit card. I mean, at least you're able to earn cashback rewards or travel points, and you're able to use the card free of charge when you're paying that, you're paying the statement balance before the due date. So I'm not a big user of I'm not a big proponent of buy now, pay later. Let me know if you are in the comment section. All right, so next up we have American Express is launching their first crypto product, a card that allows users to earn rewards in crypto. So Amex will be offering crypto rewards, teaming up with digital asset services major Abra. The Abra crypto card will allow users to earn back crypto on any purchase, no matter the amount or category. Cardholders can choose from any of the more than 100 cryptocurrencies supported on the Abra platform. With no annual or foreign transaction fees, the card will also come with Amex offers for shopping, travel, dining, and services, as well as a pre-sale ticket access and purchase protection. So listen, let me know, guys, are you into crypto right now? Is this something that you'd be interested in? It's kind of taking a dump. It's kind of taking a dive. So I'm not sure. This is kind of poorly timed if you're getting into the crypto space. Next, we have Grubhub is adding instant pay option for delivery drivers. So Grubhub has launched a new feature called Instant Checkout Cash Out via direct to debit that allows its drivers to access their earnings immediately. The offering is enabled by PayPal's payout management platform, Hyperwallet, which then uses Visa Direct to deposit the funds to a bank debit card. Instant Cash Out is designed to give drivers more flexibility when it comes to accessing their pay in a safe, reliable way. This pay option, which will be available to drivers this month, builds on Grubhub's recent per mile driver pay increase to help offset high fuel costs and retain drivers. You know, I was just thinking when I saw this, wouldn't it be great to get paid at the end of every workday? Wouldn't that be awesome? Like personally, I get paid every week, and you know, I know most people get paid, you know, every 2 weeks. Some people even get paid once a month. It would be nice to get that paycheck. I'm sure there's some sort of regulatory kind of red tape around that, or maybe it's maybe it has something to do with the infrastructure that might be preventing that from happening. But I'm seeing this more and more. You can see with like the fintech companies, they're offering your paycheck 1 or 2 days in advance. I know they have that ability with SoFi. And even some of the traditional banks I've noticed are offering that. If you saw my last video on PenFed, I believe if you sign up for their premium savings account, I think you get access to your direct deposit a day in advance, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so now we have Samsung is rolling out a new digital wallet. It combines the existing Samsung Pay and Samsung Pass platforms into one. The new platform will store and let users access digital IDs, payment and loyalty cards, keys, boarding passes, and more. Samsung Wallet is using Samsung Knox for defense-grade security. Protections include fingerprint recognition and encryption to help safeguard users' sensitive data. In addition to Samsung Knox, certain key sensitive items in the wallet are stored in Secure Element, an isolated environment designed to help protect against digital and physical hacking. So I feel like this Samsung always does this. They always duplicate what's already there. There's Google already has, Google Pay. They're already handling this in the Android operating system. So I'm not sure why they continue to do this. I'm sure there's a good amount of money involved. Does anybody use a Samsung? I feel like that's like the most used Android phone in the US. You've got Apple, and then Samsung is like the Apple version of Android. Let me know if you use Samsung, the little Android. All right, guys, I'm going to let you know if you are interested in signing up for any credit cards, if you're in the market for credit cards. I just launched a website. You can see I linked it in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. So this is what it looks like. I have every access to whatever cashback, travel cards, business cards. So if you're interested, it's available right on my website. Next, we have a deal with Webull, which is a brokerage account. You're getting 6 free stocks when you sign up for a Webull account. You deposit 1 cent. You can see right here, just 1 cent. This is an example from a good friend of mine. 1 cent, and then you get free stocks a couple days after your deposit is cleared. And you can see he's got 1 completed. He's got 5 completed and 1 in transit. So I think in this transaction, he got about just over $30. So it's a good deal. And I have that pinned in the chat as well. So I want to know, did anybody, actually, before I say that, I'm going to see what you guys are commenting. What's up, Samir? How you doing? So you saying I should do a video on Humble Pay? I feel like I've heard that name before, but I'm drawing a blank. I'm not sure what Humble Pay is. Maybe you could describe it for me. Danny, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been working on that. It's been like just trying to get better at it every day. Just trying to improve it. And you guys, if you could like this stream, it greatly appreciate that. If you could just like this stream. Shanika, how you doing? You said you've learned your lesson on using your credit cards for your purchases because Bank of America saw weird purchases on your debit card and didn't stop it. Called about it and the investigation went nowhere. Lost $3,000. Wow. So you wanted the protection from the credit card, right? Because they offer a higher level of protection. That's a good example. I'm sorry you lost that money. That is a real shame. So they did the whole investigation and they said it was you. You know, I recently covered a story about this with this grocery store in the Midwest called Meijer, and how these customers got double charged for some of their purchases, and it's taken them weeks to rectify the issue. And some people, you know, weeks later still haven't gotten a refund. The bank is basically pointing the finger at the grocery store, and they're not getting anywhere. And so they're basically out of that money. They're giving them an interest-free loan at this point. Oh, Lamar, what's up? You using the Samsung S21 Ultra? You know, I've been looking at that. I know this is not a tech channel, but I do love Samsung bleeding edge, right on the, you know what I mean? Right on the vanguard of technology. They got the best screens, high refresh rate, biggest batteries, all that. I am interested in that. Did anybody get a credit limit increase? You know, that's a strong focus of this channel. Anybody get any credit limit increases? I want to know. Oh, Danny's saying he's got a new credit card. What you got? Let me know. What's up? You know, I have the Discover It card now. I know you have a Discover It as well. And Danny, by the way, you got to take a look at my most recent video if you haven't yet, because I'm talking about PinFed. That video is basically, I just kind of tricked everyone into watching a PinFed video, and I'm just kind of exalting PinFed. Oh, Shanika, they said it was you buying game tickets, cakes, sending money to people, buying things. Wow. You were in Florida, New Jersey, Texas. Wow. And you're in Pennsylvania. So you were just jet setting. They just thought you were, they thought you were on a little business trip. You was just, you know, now I've noticed that they've had most credit cards, and I use SoFi, and I noticed that the moment I use the card in a way that is a little bit outside of the norm, they will just send me a text message. So that's basically like their safeguard, basically two-factor authentication. And they'll just send me a quick text, and I just have to say yes or no, is it me? And then I can charge it again, and the payment will go through. And so I noticed that that's how they kind of get around a lot of fraud. Danny's got 2 Discover cards. Now, Danny, I guess you can, what is you have 2 different you have 2 Discover It cards. So you can double up on the 5% categories. That's great. But I'm gonna tell you what I think is even better is 2 Citi custom cash cards, which I just was able to get a few months ago. And so I'm able to use pretty much any major 5% category, I can use it every single month, and I can divide them up. So I can use, usually I'm using one city custom cash card for grocery, and I'm going to use the other one that's going to be floating between travel or, dining or gas. Johnny, Jimenez, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You're saying Discover gave you a $5,000 credit limit increase last week, and Apple Card gave you a $1,000 credit limit increase. Nice. Very cool. That's a good job. Congratulations on that, Johnny. I've noticed Discover definitely plays fair. They play well with somebody using the card. They believe in high credit usage, and they do soft pulls, and you can apply pretty much every 31 days. So a lot of people I've noticed have pretty high limits on their Discover cards. So that's really good. And Apple Card's another good one for doing the same thing. You could probably just continue to apply at the same rate, same time, and just grow those cards together. I was just saying to someone, I think that they should make those quarterly category bonuses automatic. I mean, listen, at this point, it's pretty easy to activate, but I want to go completely hands off with the card. I want those categories to automatically activate. And so you already have to use the card in those specific categories. So that's the work that you have to do. So why not eliminate the act of pressing that button, that orange button, to activate the category? Wow, Shanika, you got an $8,000 starting limit? That's awesome. That's great. Congrats on that. Listen, 8K, a lot of people would love to start with 8K. That's a really good starting limit. Most of my cards, I'll start around 10,000 these days, but there's so many people out there starting with like $500 limits. They're starting with $1,000 limits, and there's no room initially to make purchases, and they need more breathing room and more available credit so that they can keep that credit score high. I realize that. I do want to ask you guys for a sec. I want to ask you guys about this credit union, the Dover Federal Credit Union. Did you see my post about the starting limit they were offering me? It was $20,000, $20K. And that was kind of like an eye-popping moment. I kind of stood up and said, "Oh, this is real right now. It's getting real." And I remember seeing another video where somebody got offered a $50,000 limit. I'm thinking about doing a video on that, because that's just a shocking amount of credit to offer somebody just right out of the gate. You guys interested in that credit union in Dover Federal? Yeah, so Shanika, real quick, I'm gonna jump back to you guys earlier, but I do want to say that I did not accept the Dover Federal Credit Union. Now, it does look, from my preliminary investigation, it does look like Dover is official. They really are offering limits. Like the offer that they send people is legitimate, and a lot of people are receiving the limits that they were offered, sometimes even more, surprisingly. But you do have to jump through some hoops to get it. There is a lengthy process, and that's why I might do a video on people's experiences. You have to submit documentation to verify your income. So that's one thing that you have to do with a lot of credit unions that you don't have to do with the big four credit card issuers. So I really don't want to go through that step to get a card that is a MasterCard and it's just another 2% card, I already have a 2% card. I already have enough available credit. So it's not very enticing for me, but I know that it can help a lot of people. And to start off with such a high limit, you're starting from the end at that point, right? But it looks like it's a legitimate credit union. It has a good history, and they are fulfilling those promises. Now they are a little bit backed up. One of my audience members told me that if you go for Dover Federal Credit Union, they are a little backed up, so it's going to take you some time. So I have seen reports that it's taken weeks to actually get your physical card in the mail, and so that's kind of the mark of a smaller credit union. And maybe you might not be into that. William Tucker, welcome to the stream. Welcome, man. You say you want more credit with Capital One. Okay. Yeah, Capital One's that's a tough cookie right there. Capital One's a little tough. Obviously, you get in that bucket, it's hard to get out. I think that obviously you want to make that your primary card. You want to put a lot of, at least over 30%, as much as you can on the card. And you want to make sure that your balances are getting reported to the credit bureaus for 3, 6, 9 months, and see if that is able to move the needle for you. It might be quicker to just go ahead and apply for another Capital One card. That's the surefire way to get into a brand new, better bucket, if you will. But there are some people people over the years are talking about randomly getting their Quicksilver card or whatever Capital One card increased, just kind of randomly. But it seems like if you're already in a as I discussed in some previous videos, I've seen the majority of the success coming from people using the card a lot, high usage for an extended period of time, and then also using those other features like balance transfers and any other offers that you might receive from Capital One. I get offers in the mail all the time, and they're trying to push that on you because it's profitable for them. So if you can take advantage of any of the offers that they're sending you, go ahead and do it, because that's going to positively kind of influence your relationship with the credit card issuer. Cheryl, you received a credit limit increase on the Apple Card. Fantastic. I like that. You did that. Nice. So, Apple Card. If you don't mind me asking, what is your Apple Card limit now? I know some people that are, really getting their limit up to past like the $20,000 range. And I'm sorry, Goldman Sachs is really shown they'll start you kind of low, but as soon as you put some spend on the card, you're able to ask for pretty, relatively frequent credit limit increases. Janet Long, welcome to the stream. I'm reading your message here. You say, why are we being encouraged to pay off our credit cards? Who's encouraging? Are you saying that I'm encouraging you to pay your credit card off? Or are you saying that the credit card issuer is encouraging you? All right, Cheryl, nice. 12,000? That's awesome. I have like only two cards at that level. That's awesome. Congrats on 12K. You can do anything with that pretty much. Nice. Okay. I see you, Danny. Yeah, I was just wondering. So, Danny, you started with the Apple Card in December of 2021, and you started with a limit of $6,500, and now you're up to 7,500. Okay, so just 1,000. All right. Listen, improvement. That's an improvement. That's great. Moving in the right direction. Um, I'm guys. I'm curious. I'm thinking about two video ideas, and maybe you can help me out here. I'm thinking about doing a video on Dover Federal Credit Union on one hand, and on the other hand, I'm thinking about doing a video on the experiences of Capital One Quicksilver cardholders, how they escaped the bucket. What exactly did they do to escape the bucket that they were in? Which one would you rather see? An escape the bucket video for the Capital One Quicksilver card, or a video on people's experiences with Dover Federal Credit Union? Just let me know. I'm all ears. What should I do? Escape. Yo, Just Rhyme said escape the bucket. Yo, escape the bucket. Okay. Loud and clear. I hear you. I'm gonna have to do some real digging for that. You know that, right? That's the hard. You just chose the harder one. Like I had all the information for Dover Federal. Escape. You guys I'm sweating now. I'm sweating. Okay. Wow. Yeah, the bucket's real. I know people have done it. I've seen people here and there. You know, it's fleeting, but people have gotten out of the bucket. But we have to kind of peer behind the curtain and figure out what triggered that movement. You know, what triggered Capital One to say they're ready for an increase. So I'm gonna get on it, guys. Thank you. All right, our fantastic life. Welcome. I believe you are a creator. Let me know. Our fantastic life. Welcome back to the stream. I believe you're a creator. You're saying I can't stand Capital One. My income has tripled. My credit score is 801. Listen, you got a better credit score than me. I'm in that high 700s. Now, I hope that's your FICO score. So you got a score of 801 and you still can't escape the bucket. Wow. Listen, so many people have said the same. Nino, what's up? What's up, bro? You're saying the only bucket you're using right now is a full paint job. Yes. That's the only bucket you're using to paint. I feel you. Wow, Cheryl, did you Cheryl saying she had her Capital One cards for 14 years. Now, Cheryl, are you in one of these low tier buckets? Do you have kind of a lower credit limit on those 14-year-old cards? Yo, I can't say your name here. Well, I guess I could. I'm not sure. YouTube guidelines here, but too much. Welcome to the stream. I'm up to 11,000 on my Apple card, and I can't break 1,000 on my Quicksilver card. That's a shame, right? That makes no sense. Okay. Yeah, I think, Danny, a lot of people have given up on Capital One. They just chose to set their Capital One card in the sock drawer, set it aside, and move on to greener pastures. And they said, I'm just going to use these other high limit cards that really, a lot of them offer better rewards. But listen, I know a lot of you don't want to cancel your oldest account and you want to continue growing that limit so that you can keep it around and feel good about it. So I'm definitely going to do a lot of digging on what are some connecting factors of, between people that successfully grew a limit after the fact, when they were bucketed. Yo, guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me and on Father's Day of all days. Um, and I appreciate you letting me know kind of where to navigate next and what you want to see. Quickly, I want to ask a question. What card does anybody want to get next? Is anything on what's the number one card on your hit list? What do you want next? I know a lot of people are trying to build out a the chase trifecta. A lot of you trying to get that chase trifecta, but what specific card is right there? You want to apply for it this year, maybe. I'm gonna see if there's any Amex Platinum. Wow, yo, too much. You trying to get the Amex Platinum? Aren't you worried about that $695 fee? You think you can get enough value from that? I'm just asking. Because I know it's a really premium feeling metal card, right? You get that lounge access, but can you extract enough value from that high fee? Venture X. Yeah, look, the good thing about the Venture X is that you're getting possibly, there's a lot of people starting off with a $30,000 limit. A lot of standard prime or non-prime cards their maximum limit is right around the $25,000 mark. So it's nice to have access to higher limits than that. Ooh, Lunchbox, you're saying you're debating on the Freedom Unlimited or the SoFi credit card. Well, it depends on what what's already in your toolkit, what's already in your kind of your travel. I'm sorry, not your travel, but what's already in your wallet. If you already have a 2% card, maybe it'd be worth going for the Chase Freedom Unlimited. And also you got to be mindful of the Chase 524 rule. So you got to, I don't know what your 524 status is, but you might want to go for that first if you're relatively high on your inquiries. Yeah, Cheryl, you say you got a lot of cards. You don't need another. Listen, I feel you on that. I got a bunch of cards, and that's kind of, when somebody asks me what I want, I kind of have everything at this point. It doesn't really make sense to get anything else at this point, because I already got 5% categories set. I got my 2% cards set. I think you would agree with Nino, because he just canceled a bunch of cards because it didn't make sense for him. Danny, you want the green and you want the gold, Amex gold cards. I know Amex, that seems to be the running strategy, is getting the Amex gold. That seems to be, if you're going with travel, you're going to go for the Amex gold, or you're going to go for the Chase the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That seems to be like, the general standard that everybody kind of goes for. Johnny, you want the Venture X, and you want the Capital One Saver One card. It's good that you have the distinction between the Saver and Saver One, because I previously had the Saver card, and that has a $95 annual fee, so I had to cancel that. I had to get rid of that. I thought they were going to allow me to downgrade to the Saver card, or I'm sorry, the Saver One with no annual fee. So that's a really good that's a good card. You want the Chase Freedom Flex and the Sapphire by the end of the year, and then you'll be complete. Okay. So then you'll have what systems will you have? I know you have the flagship rewards card with Navy Federal. So you got a super high limit on that. And then you're going to have the Chase Trifecta, and that's when you'll be done. You'll be in the garden, right? Yo, dude, I want to know what's going on. The best, the best, the best, the best. I feel like that's a reference that I'm not catching right there. But you're saying outrageous credit companies, all profit, no services. Can you expound on that? Can you let us know what you mean by that? Because I'm all for tearing down some credit card companies. Lamar, are you saying you want to grow your Navy Federal card, then maybe start looking into the city? So I'm gonna assume you mean like City Custom Cash or City Double Cash cards. That's a good pair, I feel like. Um, yeah, Navy Federal is great though. Number one um, credit union in the world. Can't go wrong with that. And just so everybody knows, my last video is on PenFed, and that is now open to everyone. So unlike Navy Federal, where you have to be affiliated with the military, with PenFed, anybody can join. All right, Nino, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. And you're saying happy Father's Day. I just need one more card to complete the trifecta with Navy Federal Credit Union. You got the flagship and cash rewards card right now. So what card will that be? Will that be the more rewards card? Because I feel like that's my favorite Navy Federal card. Oh, Darren, you're raising a fair point here, Darren. Welcome back to the stream, man. You're saying I'm late, but are you more or less likely to get approved for new cars during a recession? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I don't have enough data on that, enough information to say yes or no, but judging on how credit card issuers are restricting and pulling back on credit limits, I would assume based on that it's harder to get approved during a recession because they're trying to lower their risk exposure, as they say. So they're gonna look for more qualified candidates to lend to. Shanika, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good to hang out with you guys. I didn't want to miss it. Listen, when I sign up to do a live stream, I just want to make it, set the precedent, follow through, and do everything that I plan out. Oh, just Ram. I didn't even see. You're not getting ignored, just Ram. I see you. If you can repeat the question or what your statement. I see that you're posting in the chat. Ellen Beck, listen, happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth to you as well. I want to I think Cheryl, you made a point that Darren's question about the are you more or less likely to get approved for new cards during a session? I also think it's a great question. And just to add to that, I know that really good time to get to apply for cards is definitely around the holiday season. Obviously, a lot of offers go out during that time, and they even up the sign-up bonuses. They raise those sign-up bonuses around that time. And I've noticed it become easier for cards that I previously wasn't. I got declined for, like the City Custom Cash card. I got declined for it in last June, and then I got approved immediately in December. And so, I would attribute that to kind of being in a more favorable environment. And they're gonna change their parameters. They're gonna change. The credit card issuers are constantly adjusting what they're denying and what they're allowing from month to month and year to year. Yeah. Who's off tomorrow? Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Just I'm saying, sorry, happy Father's Day. Just Discover gets me upset. They always deny a credit limit increase. I don't know what to do. I want to leave them, but I know it will hurt my score. Yeah, listen, just rhyme. A lot of people are having success getting increases with Discover. We would have to talk about everything that you're trying out, but usually usage is going to be the number one thing that you're going to hit. Is usage. You're going to let those the amounts that you're using report to the credit bureaus by paying, you know, uh, paying after your statement closes, and at least a portion of that after your statement closes, so it reports. And you start there. You can try balance transfers. You can try opening an account. If there are any accounts associated, if there are any offers, I would try that too, and that might kind of move the needle for you. Yep, I agree with Shanika. You got to use the card a lot for sure. It's definitely a high use card. Usage is almost everything. All right, guys, you know, I do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm going to wrap it up now just to celebrate with family. You guys have a great Father's Day and a great Juneteenth. All right. I'll see you next week. Have a good night.